Good afternoon, and welcome new students of Wingate University for the 2020-21 school year. I am Dr. April Smith, the Director of Community Standards. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I truly believe this statement, and I want you all to recognize that the knowledge, the education you gain not only takes place inside of the classroom, but outside of the classroom. The Office of Community Standards collaborates with many offices and individuals across campus, which include residence life and involvement, academic colleges, campus safety, and more, in order to promote and uphold the University Honor Code and Code of Community Standards. Here at Wingate University, we have high expectations for our students. You are admitted to this institution because you are an individual that we believe will thrive academically and embrace the different diversities within the Wingate community. With that said, you will have unique experiences during your time here as a student. Some of those experiences will resonate with you immediately, and some you will go back to reflect upon throughout your academic years. Be yourself. This is a time to explore who you are and what you stand for. Integrity is an expectation we want you to have within the classroom, outside of the classroom, and in your various student organizations. The choices you make, the actions you take, impact you and your personal student experience, but it also impacts the community. All of your unique experiences make up the Wingate community. So I ask that each of you, as a new Wingate Bulldog, take the time and ask yourself, what kind of student will I be? What experiences will I welcome while being a student of integrity, and how will that help me throughout my educational trajectory into society? In just a few moments, you will hear from our Vice Provost of Student Engagement, students, alumni of Wingate University, and faculty and staff. They will share ways that they have contributed to the university and ways you can be the best student you can while here. In less than an hour, you will pledge to contribute to the Wingate University community, both inside and outside of the classroom, by being a person of integrity, engaging in the safety of yourself and others. Wingate community cultivates an inclusive and welcoming environment. A diverse academy supports greater learning outcomes, enhances the campus ethos, prepares students for a multicultural workforce and society, and contributes to self-reflection and growth. This is what I hope you will take heed to. As you listen to the voices that you will hear today and prepare to take the honor pledge, remember to ask yourself, what kind of Bulldog will I be? What experiences will aid me in being an inclusive and respectful member of the Wingate community during my time here and after? At this time, I would like to introduce you to Dr. Nancy Randall. Dr. Nancy Randall serves as the Vice Provost for Student Engagement, which oversees campus life, academic enrichment programs, and academic support programs. In addition to that role, she serves as our new Title IX coordinator. Prior to Dr. Randall's role as Vice Provost for Student Engagement, she served as the Harry and Frances Cannon Professor of Sociology and Human Services. She believes that a Wingate education transforms students' lives. Please welcome Dr. Randall as she shares words on stepping over the threshold.
As you prepare for your first classes, keep your eyes wide open and embrace this new stage in your life. It's going to be a transition, a big one for many of you. Many of you are living on campus, and that's a big change from living at home. You'll be expected to assume responsibilities for your own time, your own belongings, your own educational success. Of course, we on the faculty and staff are here to help you, but really, it's up to you. And don't forget, you'll also assume responsibilities for the care and health of your community, the Wingate community, your roommate, other students in your residence hall, and your classmates. You're making a big step forward into adulthood. You're of an age where the vast majority of you are entitled to vote in elections, get a tattoo, serve in the military, get married without your parents' approval, buy a lottery ticket, and get a 10-year passport. Yes, I know in North Carolina you still can't purchase alcohol or rent a car on your own, and yes, you may roll your eyes. As you enter adulthood and as you are now a Wingate University student, you are crossing a threshold, starting something new with new responsibilities. I'm sure many people have said to you, college is not like high school. They're right. College, at least Wingate University, isn't like high school at all. I trust you're up to the challenge. We embrace a code of honor here at Wingate. You may wonder what that is and why it's important. Our code of honor has been shaped by generations of Wingate students. Violating our honor code, such as by plagiarizing another person's paper, or copying even a few words from an online source without citation, is a type of stealing that is not acceptable to your fellow students. Let me share a bit more from our statement of academic integrity. And I quote, "Wingate University students do not lie or cheat, nor do they tolerate in their company the presence of one who does. Academic dishonesty in any form is a fundamental offense against the integrity of the entire academic community. In taking tests and examinations, doing homework, laboratory work, and writing papers, students are expected to perform with honor. Honesty within our academic community is not simply a matter of rules and procedures. It's an opportunity to put personal responsibility and integrity into action," and I end quote. Your years at Wingate will, I hope, help you develop a lifelong commitment to honor. I trust you will develop, if you haven't already, the habit of honorable behavior. I will never forget what my daughter Chelsea told me as she was applying to residency programs after she'd completed her DMD, it's her Doctor of Dental Medicine program. She was a little worried that while she had a good dental school GPA, she didn't have the highest one. And then she said to me, "Well, Mom, at least I didn't cheat my way through dental school." Whoa. I surely hope the dentist who is drilling into my teeth didn't cheat her way through school. If you've ever flown on an airplane, do you want the pilot to be the one who used unauthorized hacks to get a passing score on the flight simulation test? When you hand your credit card to a server at a restaurant, do you want that person to have a history of selling credit card numbers on the dark web? Honesty in academic work and in all of life is a value which Wingate students uphold. Our Honor Council, which is comprised of students and staff, hold us accountable. And our Honor Code is not just about academic behavior. It includes a code of community standards outlining ways we should live and interact respectfully with others on campus. Living by our code helps us all. We will treat each other with mutual respect and dignity. We will keep our buildings and grounds neat and clean. We will support others' needs for privacy and quiet time. We will intervene if we see someone getting hurt. And if we see something that doesn't seem right, we will say something to a faculty or staff member. Again, I hope that all students develop habits such that you will always refrain from sex without consent. You will not misuse alcohol or other drugs. That you will not solve problems by brandishing weapons. And that you won't tear things up or bring people down. Really, y'all, spend your time lifting people up. This year, in the era of COVID-19, you have also signed our $1 commitment of personal and community responsibility. You are to always wear a face covering except if you are alone in your residence hall. You are to always stay at least 6 feet away from any other person except your roommate or suite mates. I don't need to review everything because you've read it and you've signed it. And I indeed wore my mask over here. But I want to remind you of the why. You are a part of the community and you're responsible for protecting others. If you would ever fail to follow these public health guidelines, you potentially harm others. And I'll say it, That's selfish and not acceptable here. We expect you to choose respect for others. And I know your parents, grandparents, and your friends believe you will always make choices that, quote unquote, do no harm. Yes, indeed, Wingate students live by our code. On My Honor has meaning for Wingate students, and they will hold one another to that covenant. Taking the easy way out may be just that, easy, but we accept the greater challenge to live with integrity. Soon you will be reciting the Honor Code Pledge for the first time as a Wingate student. Know that you will be signing the pledge many times throughout your years here, oftentimes on every test you take and every paper you write. Commit to it, so that when you graduate, you'll have a clear conscience and an honorable character that you will carry forward for the rest of your life. Now, you will hear from various individuals within the Wingate community. I ask that you listen closely as they share the type of impact they have on the Wingate community, the impact the Wingate community will have on you, and the impact you can have on the Wingate community. Thank you.
What does it mean to be a part of and contribute to the Wingate University community? I believe it means understanding that we all enter the campus with different experiences and identities. To ensure that we all grow, develop, and move out of our comfort zones while at the university, it is important to take active steps to learn from each other and embrace our differences.
Being a part of the Wingate University community means being able to have countless opportunities to grow, be mentored, be surrounded by students that you've built relationships with, and faculty members who know you by name. These amazing benefits come with the responsibility to honor those around you during your time at Wingate, which means exercising that awesome character that you spent your life building. Contributing to our Bulldog family means being intentional in your classes, your labs, activities, jobs, and internships that you may be involved with during your time here. That means supporting those around you in your day-to-day lives and doing what you can to pour into the lives of others. That could be something as small as saying good morning with a smile to people that you pass in the quad, or it could even mean volunteering extra hours with a professor, starting a new club or initiative.
When you contribute to the Wingate community, you are being your authentic self. I want you to think about Wingate University as a tapestry, and on that tapestry, you are placing the unique characteristics, qualities, that make you unique to make that more diverse, more beautiful, and more unique. When you come to Wingate University, I want you to look around and see what you can add. Don't try to conform and be like everyone else. Think about what you bear on this campus, this university, in terms of your talents, your interests, your hobbies, and of course, your academic gifts. We look forward to learning about who you are, seeing your valuable contributions, and what you could bring to Wingate University.
I'm here today to talk about what integrity means to me and how it's seen on Wingate's campus. I've experienced many things that integrity has been a part of at my time at Wingate. I witnessed integrity when discussing controversial issues in class, students having the ability to respect everyone's opinions and ideas on these issues. Inclusion has been a huge part of my own experience. Inclusiveness is seen through student clubs and organizations. No matter one's difference, they can have involvement within these clubs. Integrity is mostly seen on the academic side of school and is related to school work. I've experienced it through being a co-chair of the university's Honor Council. When students commit an academic violation, they go through Honor Council hearings. The biggest show of integrity is when students take responsibility and learn from it. Taking responsibility is the highest sign of integrity.
Integrity is a huge part of being a Wingate student. Here you'll meet all kinds of different people from all kinds of different places. And that means that you can start conversations with people and learn something new, learn something about someone who's different from you in various ways. Honor our differences and celebrate the fact that we get to be Wingate Bulldogs together during our college journey.
When you enter a classroom, you're entering a space of learning, collectively growing with your classmates, as well as with your professor. When there's an instance of academic misconduct, it in many ways disrupts that learning environment. Trust can be broken, fear can be something that you might feel or your peers might feel, and really it overall changes the climate of the environment in which we live in our classrooms. And so I want you, as you think about what it means to be upholding our honor code here at Wingate University, to really think about that special environment of the classroom and making sure that you do all that you can personally, but also encouraging your classmates and your peers to uphold the values of honesty and integrity, to make sure that that trust within that academic learning space is never broken.
So 3 parts. I'll start with me first. The impact on me is probably at somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 man-hours a semester. I spend my time actually writing up problems, and I have to use different problems because I'm concerned about the level of sharing that might go on between students. So personally, the impact is extra time and effort to create unique and different problems every semester. What's the effect in the classroom? And again, that's a little bit different there. I try not to bring those issues into the classroom. However, I do end up having to talk to students, usually in my office, about things that I'm seeing, and it creates a discomfort. There's a certain, not pleasant part about having to tell people you don't like how they're behaving, that you're going to give them a 0 for an assignment. On occasion, I will bring into the classroom some of the stuff that I see, obviously cutting off the names and not trying to show anybody up in class, but to sort of use those as examples to help instruct students that, I don't want this kind of thing going on. But it has less impact, I guess, in the classroom itself, other than the fact that I do spend a lot of my time walking around class during exams and, keeping an eye on students. That's probably minimal. But the effect to the community, I think, is pretty meaningful. My biggest gripe about sort of students in general is that they seem to care far more about finishing the steps, the process, getting the assignment turned in, graded, returned, graduating, getting the piece of paper, than they actually do about the knowledge gained, the struggle, the challenge. So I think, one of the things that I think as a professor, it's my responsibility, to make it a situation where there's fair play, to grade accurately and do my best to assess in a fair manner. But I also feel like it's the community's responsibility. As a community, we must do all we can do to make students value what it is we're giving them. And if they learn the material, if they do what they're supposed to, some of this academic misconduct stuff becomes less and less relevant.
Something like plagiarism, academic misconduct, traditionally these are things that aren't going to get you arrested or thrown in jail. But they are things that impact your college experience, the way you interact with your professors, but especially your fellow students. And I think for me, academic misconduct is kind of an issue of fairness, right? Would you want to experience a situation where you felt someone else got an advantage because they did something they shouldn't have done? So this is one of those kind of, I think, moral issues where putting yourself in someone else's shoes, you wouldn't want someone to get credit for something they didn't do. So for me, it boils down to fairness and equity and, the idea that we're all hopefully striving together to do the responsible, right thing at Wingate.
What does it mean to act with integrity outside the classroom? Again, I take very seriously what my responsibility is. I think one of the reasons why students come to college is so that they can be challenged, so that they can learn diverse opinions, and that causes a moral struggle. So having integrity is important. You have to have that moral ballast to be able to right yourself when the ship's rocking in the sea. And I think it's something that we probably don't think about enough. I mean, I stride as a professor to make sure that every student in my classes are challenged in some way. And, you know, we don't win them all. In fact, I'm not even sure we win all, you know, a majority of them. At the end of the day, there are some folks that are going to do things, cut corners, you know, act badly. You know, we're all human. We have that capacity to act badly and make mistakes. And so I expect that to happen. The thing for me that's really critical here is that, you know, we need to address that. We need to talk to the students. We want to give them an opportunity to grow, to develop that sense of integrity. I feel like students who will cheat on a business statistic test, students who will cheat on a business statistic test are the same people who will go out and cheat the government on their taxes, that will cheat on their spouses. I mean, it's not a very big stretch to go from one to the other, and I think it's our responsibility as an institution to do all we can to try to make students take this opportunity to help develop those kinds of moral codes that will serve them well in life.
Every day I interact with people that may be different from myself. Integrity to me is to be fluent in my thoughts and ideas, that not only do I respect others' differences, but that I accept them, that I do my best to be aware of them and learn about these things. It's my duty not only to myself, but to my other fellow human beings to honor and accept their differences and not just to tolerate them. I'm always looking for good trouble.
I believe students need to understand that acting with integrity is not simply affecting their grades at the end of the semester, but will influence how they will live their whole lives. Every student on this campus has the opportunity to make the right choice, whether it's inside the classroom or outside the classroom, which can be challenging for some, but you will soon realize that. You are now a Wingate Bulldog. Wear that with pride everywhere you go. Show others that you deserve to be here. Be a role model. Little do you know that your peers will look towards you for guidance on what to do and how to act, and you will strive to do better. Even when the pressure is on, help one another understand that there are ways you can prepare and work under stress with integrity. Be honest with not only yourself, but your peers as well. Never lose yourself during this time. Live with integrity. Do what is right, not what is easy.
Why do you believe the Wingate University community members are expected to report harm, safety concerns, and potential policy violations, as well as call for help if someone needs it? I believe students have to look at the university as their home for the next 4 years. So it's important that we take care of our home and understand that if one student is hurting or in danger, we all should be concerned or compassionate, which leads to taking necessary steps to ensure that we all are safe and have the proper support.
The reason why the Honor Council wants everyone to report concerns is because we want to look out for the overall health of that student or the student body. The reason why I believe the university community is expected to report concerns is because we are a community that looks out for each other. If we look out for each other, the community will be healthy and thriving.
As an alumna of the university, how does integrity, respect, inclusion, community, and responsibility continue to be part of your life and career?
Integrity outside of the classroom is to act with the same range of morality even when no one is watching you. It's how you carry yourself in the world, how you interact with others, and how you confront ideas different from your own. It's to continue those conversations that we have in the classroom outside of the classroom, but to make sure that you're standing up for others.
Integrity plays a huge role not only in my career, but in my life as well. As a graduate assistant for community standards, it is my job to help students understand right from wrong in their situation in an approach they will understand and not feel judgment. Respect, inclusion, community, and responsibility has been important to me because I was taught to extend grace, support those who support you, be kind no matter the circumstances, even when it seems impossible. Everyone needs that solid support system in life because life can get hard at times. Embracing the community and getting involved around campus, while social distancing, can change your perspective on so many things in life. Here at Wingate, you will meet people who will change and be in your life forever. You will truly understand the meaning behind one dog.
When it comes to acting with integrity both inside and outside of the classroom, what is one thing you would share with our incoming students?
When you think about integrity and your participation in this academic and experiential exercise we call college, I want you to think about your legacy. That is a word that you will think about literally or maybe in passing as you sojourn from freshman year all the way through senior year. What will my legacy be at Wingate University? And so when you think about decisions that you make, whether it's academic or dealing with personal interactions, you want to think about how will you view yourself in 10 years, in 20 years? Will you be proud of the person that you were here at Wingate University, or will there be things that you might regret? I want to encourage you that in whatever you do, all of the decisions that you make sure that your lasting legacy here as a college student is one that you can be proud of. Always decide and always lean on the side of honesty, integrity, and of course upholding the Bulldog spirit that resonates with all of your peers and hopefully resonates with you.
So I've used this in class many times, but I compare kind of academic integrity to the pickup basketball game, right? If you've ever played pickup basketball or any kind of pickup sport, the referee are the players that play the game. And, you know, we all love sports, or at least many of us love sports, and at least I love sports. And so when a pickup basketball game works, when people agree to kind of, broadly speaking, abide by the rules. And when you don't abide by the rule, you say, hey, that was my foul. And I think for me, that analogy kind of works well in a college environment, because I think academic integrity, honor, the honor code is the idea that you keep track of your own challenges or experiences or problems you're having in the classroom. And just one little tip, you know, if you're doing something in the classroom or out of the classroom and it doesn't quite feel right, trust that gut instinct. Because chances are there's something about what you're about to do or what you may be doing that is problematic. And so reach out to a colleague, reach out to a professor, reach out to someone that you trust and say, hey, there's this thing going on and I think I want to go this direction, but it doesn't feel quite right. And chances are that gut instinct will help you lead you down a better path.
Welcome.
I hope that your year is a fabulous year. I hope that you make friends. I hope that you learn, and I hope that you grow. Welcome.
Welcome to Wingate.
Welcome to our Bulldog family.
Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Nancy Randall.
I'm Joseph Ellis.
Welcome, Bulldogs.
From myself and everyone here at Wingate, we're so excited to have you on campus, and we can't wait to see where this journey takes you. We hope that you enjoyed hearing from each person in the video. I want to say thank you to all of those who have shared what it means to contribute to the Wingate community with integrity and respect inside and outside of the classroom. Now, for the moment we have all been waiting for. Good afternoon. My name is Brooklyn Lambert, and I am serving as one of the University Honor Council co-chairs this year. I am a senior marketing major here at Wingate. The purpose of the University Honor Council is to uphold, promote, and role model the Wingate University Honor Code and the Code of Community Standards. The UHC is an undergraduate student organization that also has a faculty staff component. Members of the UHC have the unique opportunity to be a part of the Community Standards Model, the Wingate University Honor Code, and the Code of Community Standards. The process offers the student perspective during Honor Council hearings and the decision-making process. Before the end of this ceremony, you as a Wingate Bulldog will make commitments as individuals, peers, and as a community. I will read a series of statements to you, and you all will respond in unison by pledging to fulfill an expectation or commitment to the Wingate community. You will see the litany on the screen, so please follow along and respond where it says "I'll respond." Wingate University is an academic community built upon a foundation of honesty and mutual trust. To maintain trust between members of the community, all members must demonstrate integrity. As a member of our academic community, we expect that you honor your commitment to protect the academic integrity of this institution as well as the pursuit of academic achievement. Membership in the Wingate community exists on the basis of shared values and principles. As a student member of the community, you are expected to uphold and abide by high standards of performance and conduct. Students will read and understand the Wingate University Honor Code and the Code of Community Standards, as well as honor and keep those guidelines. Wingate University students aim to ensure the integrity, safety, and well-being of all members of our diverse community. Students treat all members of our community with respect and care. In the times of need, they actively seek resources and assistance for the betterment of themselves, other Bulldogs, as well as the Wingate community. Wingate University is committed to the tenets of faith, knowledge, and service, and seek to cultivate those tenets in its students. Throughout your student experience, you are encouraged to explore and develop in these areas through intentional experiences inside and outside of the classroom. Beyond your student experiences, you are expected to continue your commitment to faith, knowledge, and service, and contribute to society as ethical and productive global citizens. Now that you have made those commitments with your peers and our community, we will provide the opportunity for you to commit to our honor pledges as individuals in your Gateway 101 course. As a student at Wingate, you are accountable for the WU Honor Code and Code of Community Standards, both inside and outside of the classroom. You are a Bulldog wherever you are, and we are all one dog. Thank you so much for joining our community, and we are excited to see how you contribute to it. As you move through your student experience, we hope they encourage you to reflect on the type of Bulldog that you want to be. But the conversation does not end here. From your Gateway course and your classes this semester to our Lyceum programs and the residential experience, this conversation about contributing to our community will continue throughout your time as a Wingate student. We are so excited you are here and pleased to know that there are many resources on campus to support your journey in navigating how you can contribute to campus and the kind of Bulldog that you want to be. There will be a variety of programs this semester, so please follow us on Instagram at Wingate_UHC, or you can check out our page on WooSync.